Hey everyone, I finally got the delivery for the '89 Batmobile from Jazzinc, and this car is incredible. I love the way this car turned out. I am very happy with this. I am very impressed with how Jazzinc was able to pull this off because it just looks awesome. It just looks awesome. I love everything I see on this vehicle. Very impressed. I mean, just look at it from the front. Just love looking at this vehicle from the front. Like I've mentioned last time I talked about this vehicle in my past videos, that is my favorite angle of this vehicle, and they did it perfectly to the movie. And you know, this is not my first Jazzinc vehicle. You know, I purchased the Zack Snyder's Justice League Batmobile, the '95 Batmobile from Batman Forever, the Batwing, and they are all impressive, but none of them, including the Batwing, none of them impressed me as much as this car has out of the box. It is just amazing. This is like, you know, and part of it could be because this is my favorite Batmobile of all the movie Batmobiles. So, you know, that could be part of it. But, you know, before I started doing these videos on YouTube, I used to have the Hot Toys '89 Batmobile, the first version before they reissued it. And, you know, even though I liked it, I was never impressed with it. And this one did impress me as soon as I took it out of the box. It's just awesome. And I know that this car had a rough beginning with a lot of negativity surrounding it for the first, you know, few weeks when it came out, and probably still has some negativity surrounding it depending on who you talk to. But to me, this looks awesome. I have really no complaints on this vehicle whatsoever. There are some things that I will be talking about, but I'm not gonna talk about the things that has been talked to death by other YouTubers because I don't see the point. To me, it's a non-issue, honestly. Everything that I was looking for in this vehicle, I got. So I am completely satisfied. This is not me saying go out and buy it. This is not why I make these videos. It's not to convince anyone to buy anything. This is just for me, for entertainment purposes, to just show my collection to anyone else who likes to collect and see what I got, the same way I enjoy seeing other YouTubers sometimes show their collection, other collectors. And never see them so that they can sway me into buy anything. And so this car, just awesome. I have the Hot Toys DX09 next to it. I did consider putting the 2.0 with it because I do have it. I have it right there, right next to my computer. I already given my thoughts on it back when I had the regular version. No need for me to make another video about it. But in the end, I decided to go with the DX09 because I still believe that this looks way better than the 2.0. Looks more like Michael Keaton to me, more like the actual Batman from that movie. So I thought it'd be fitting to have that one next to the Batmobile. And I love it. And I do have it with the custom cape because, of course, the original cape sucks. So, but on to the car again. Very, very pleased with it. And it is like the next best thing if you can have the actual car in your garage. This is it right here, in my opinion. This is it. Level of craftsmanship in this that went on with this vehicle, it is very impressive. Again, the way they were able to pull off the front of the vehicle, it is like very, very, very well done. The curves are very well done. I mean, it's just everything they did. Everything they did here. It is very well done, in my opinion. The tires, I love the way that they look. The paint job, even though it is not exactly the paint job from the movie car. The movie car was a bit more matte, of a matte finish. But I did see Jost, the owner of Jazzinc, say in one of the chat rooms from the Facebook group that it was because of Warner Brothers telling them that they wanted the paint job to be like this, even though they originally painted the prototype to be like it is on the movie. So, you know, there's that. I mean, I still love the way it looks. Same with the headlights. They also changed the color of that one. I don't know if that was because of Warner Brothers as well. I don't remember Joe saying anything about that. I do know that it was changed. Maybe he said it and I didn't see it because, you know, I don't live in Facebook. The inside of the vehicle is very, very nice details, especially with the lights on. And something that I haven't seen anyone say on the videos is the fact that the car does have the pedals. And Joe's did talk about that a lot on every time he did like live streams. He would talk about the research that he was doing with the pedals, that they were actually pedals from a plane, if I'm not mistaken, and that he was going to include it in the car. And nobody that I've seen has shown it, but there it is. They actually put the pedal, the same pedal from the movie. And that was really cool. There are a few things that I wish that weren't added to this car, like the spinning turbine. I mean, it's like, you know, the smoke from the back, the sounds, which by the way, they sound horrible. You know, things like this, and you know, the plaque here as well. I don't get this, honestly. I mean, so you got a numbered plaque, but the vehicle itself is not numbered. So I don't see the point of that, unless we would have included a signature like, say, Michael Keaton or Tim Burton or the person that actually designed the vehicle. I don't see the point of it otherwise. We do get this book, which is pretty cool. You know, you get interviews with different designers from Batmobiles. You also get like a dedicated pages for some YouTubers, which that is like, I don't know, whatever. But I really wish that instead of putting all those gimmicky features on these vehicles, it would have go elsewhere, because I know that the reason they do that is because the pre-orders goes high enough where I guess it's because the cost goes low. So they end up putting more stuff in it to go back to the price, to the cost of the vehicle. Honestly, I would much rather that cost go elsewhere. Like, say, I don't know, on the shipping box, on the actual cost of the car, or on the shipping cost, you know, things like that. I wish, even if it's a little bit, even if they were to say, well, we don't do it because it's a small amount, say 20, 30 bucks, I would prefer to have those 30 to 40 bucks go towards the price of the car or the shipping cost, rather than have it on gimmicky stuff that I don't think anyone really is going to use beyond the first time they take it out of the box. And me, the lights, I've only been using it while making this video, and that's about it. The audio, I tried it just to make sure that it worked. Everything works great, but the sounds, they sound horrible. The audio sounds horrible, and I'm not gonna use it ever again. I only used it the first time, and that's it. The spinning turbine, I only tested it just to know that it worked, and that's it. So that's never gonna be used again. So I feel that it is a waste to dedicate it on those kind of things. Heck, even if it helps on the QC stuff, to invest on quality control, that'd be great too. Just not on these kind of gimmicky stuff, you know? Now, the one thing that I do not like in terms, and it's not has nothing to do with the vehicle. Another thing is where it's shipping from now. So Jazzinc is now shipping with at least this vehicle from China, not from the Netherlands anymore. So the shipping cost, it's way high now. So it's either, if you want to ship it by air, it's over $500, depending on your location. Or if you want it by freight, it's about almost $300, again, depending on your location. But if you ship it by freight, you have to wait a long time and you risk damages or just issues that I've already seen a lot of people have. And that's not just from what I've seen on YouTube. It's from people that I've actually talked to that haven't even sent messages to the company. Has had a lot of issues getting it delivered when they pay freight. And by air, you know, it's like I said, it's extremely expensive. And that actually, to me, is something that will like prevent me from wanting to buy more stuff from them. You know, and I do buy Prime 1 Studio statues, and their shippings are also extremely expensive, but that's why I don't buy it directly from Prime 1. But even with Prime 1, very rarely do I see anyone having any issues with their shipping handling. And I have been eyeing that Batmobile, the animated series one, just because, you know, it's basically an animated version of this one. So it would be cool to have it. But I don't know if that one's going to be shipping from China as well, or if that one, depending on how many pre-orders it got, if they're going to end up just making it right in the Netherlands and ship it from there. Depending on where it's going to coming from, I'll decide whether or not I want to buy it. Because the car itself already, I'm seeing that it costs way too much for how simple it is. And to pay over $500 for shipping as well, for that car specifically, I don't know. Like, to me, I don't see it worth it. I really would like them to do the 92 Batmobile for sure. It is the same car, and with this paint job, you basically already have it. All it needs is just the black rims and the black nose there, and you literally have, oh yeah, and that the intake there to be black. And you literally have the 92 Batmobile minus the wipers, which I don't think they look good on it. This is definitely a really cool vehicle. It's a chain that has had so much negativity with the collecting community, specifically the 1/6 scale community that just started buying this from Jazzinc, and the only stuff that they would buy were from Hot Toys. I feel like they don't understand exactly what it is to buy things at this price range. I mean, I've purchased a lot of statues from Prime 1. Most of them are even more expensive than this car. And they even have issues. You know, every single collectible that I've purchased, and I've been collecting for a long time, even though I haven't been making videos for that long. Anywhere from Dragon Ball Z figures from the SH Figuarts line, like from the very old figures from the 90s, from Hot Toys, Prime 1, every single thing that I've purchased always had some sort of imperfection. And with this kind of stuff, with Prime 1, putting Prime 1 as an example, there's statues that cost sometimes twice of what this vehicle cost. And a bigger price tag doesn't mean bigger quality necessarily. Sometimes that price is because either the quantity of it, the license, specifically almost always it's because of the licensing, and of course, yeah, the quantity has a lot to do with it as well. But I don't know, I feel like, not to say that the people that had actual issues with it, like on delivery, like getting it damaged and stuff like that, and I'm not saying that the people that complain about this vehicle were necessarily wrong, because that was their opinion. And they did spend their money on it, so they are entitled to their opinion on their vehicle. So I'm not gonna say they were wrong. The same way I think that a lot of collectors out there that has criticized anybody who actually enjoyed the car. I feel that was actually pretty dumb. It's one way for you to have your own opinion on this vehicle and share your thoughts as to why you didn't want to buy it. But to also think that the people who actually buys it and enjoys it are dumb, or whatever else, or whatever bad name they wanted to call people like me who enjoys it right now, who is enjoying it very much, I think it's very childish. Don't let anyone dictate what you like and what you shouldn't like. If you like this Batmobile, or if you prefer the Hot Toys one, or even if you just want to buy the Lego ones, or even the cheaper ones than that, hey, that is your right as a collector. You buy what you like. Nobody should tell you that you're wrong just because they don't like to collect that specific thing. That is stupid. But, you know, that's all really what I wanted to say. I wanted just to show you this car, even though a lot of people have done it already, but still, I want to show you mine and give my thoughts on it. And, you know, stay tuned because I'm still be releasing the video that I mentioned for the 1/3 scale Bruce Wayne from Prime 1. I was actually going to work on that today, but because I got this car, I just wanted to work on this car instead. But it is recorded. I just need to edit it and send it soon. So stay tuned.